A job cannot be transferred to your progenies. Your children will have to start from scratch. But if you have a business, you can transfer it to the next generation. This single idea separates families who build dynasties from those who stay stuck in survival cycles. It is the dividing line between those who merely survive and those who create legacies. Today, I want to show you why jobs end with you, why businesses live beyond you, and how you can start building something that outlasts your lifetime. Imagine this. You're a senior executive making 50 lakh rupees a year. You've worked 20 years to get there. You've sacrificed weekends, birthdays, vacations, and countless family moments. You've climbed the corporate ladder rung by rung. But the day you retire, the paycheck vanishes. Your children don't inherit your position. They don't inherit your salary. They start from zero. Jobs are like rented houses. You live in them for a while, but you can't pass them down. They give you shelter, they give you comfort, but they are never truly yours. Jobs feel safe. They give monthly salaries. They give status. They give you a sense of security. But they are fragile. They end with you. Now picture this instead. You own a clinic, a shop, or a company. It earns 50 lakh rupees a year. You retire, but the business keeps earning. Your children don't need to apply for it. They inherit it. They inherit the systems, the brand, the goodwill, the customers. Businesses are like owned houses. You can live in them, rent them out, or pass them down. That's the difference. Jobs are temporary. Businesses are transferable. History is full of examples. Henry Ford didn't just build cars, he built a legacy. His descendants still benefit from the empire he created. Dhirubhai Ambani started with textiles. Today, Reliance spans telecom, retail, and energy. His children didn't start from scratch. They inherited a platform. Even a small bakery, if run well, can be passed down. The recipes, the brand, the loyal customers all become assets. Families who build something once can pass it down for generations. Jobs are personal contracts. They depend on your skills, your reputation, your employer's trust. Even if you're a CEO, your child doesn't automatically become CEO. They must prove themselves independently. That's why jobs are non-transferable wealth vehicles. Businesses, however, are systems. They don't depend solely on one person. They have employees, processes, and customers. Ownership can be legally transferred. Your child doesn't need permission. They inherit it. That's why businesses are transferable wealth vehicles. Let's put this into numbers. Suppose you earn 50 lakh rupees a year for 30 years. That's 15 crore rupees in lifetime earnings. But when you retire, it ends. Your children inherit savings, not income. Now imagine you build a company that earns 50 lakh rupees a year. After 30 years, you've earned 15 crore too. But when you retire, the business keeps earning 50 lakh a year for your children, grandchildren, and beyond. That's the power of compounding legacy. Jobs feel safe. They give monthly salaries. Society glorifies secure employment. Parents tell children to study hard, get a good job, and live securely. But security is short-term. Long-term, it's fragile. The real risk is not starting your own thing. Because if you don't, your children start from zero. Starting your own thing doesn't mean building the next Amazon. It means owning something, creating systems, building assets. It could be a clinic, a restaurant, a YouTube channel, a software company, even a small shop. The scale doesn't matter. The ownership does. Globally, family businesses are the backbone of economies. In the United States, family businesses account for 64% of GDP. In India, family-owned businesses dominate industries. In China, family businesses are the foundation of growth. Jobs are important for survival. Businesses are important for legacy. So how do you start your own thing? First, identify your skills. What are you good at? Second, find demand. What do people need? Third, start small. Begin with a side hustle. Fourth, build systems. Automate, delegate, scale. Fifth, think long-term. Build something that lasts beyond you. Most families stay stuck in survival cycles. Parents work jobs. Children start from scratch. Each generation repeats. Breaking the cycle means building assets, passing them down, and creating compounding wealth. Jobs end with you. Businesses live beyond you. If you want your children to inherit more than savings, build something they can own. Don't just work for money, work for legacy. Picture your child inheriting not just your savings, but your systems. Imagine them stepping into a business that already has customers, already has revenue, already has brand equity. Imagine them not starting from scratch, but starting from a platform. That is the difference between survival and dynasty. Think about the Ambanis, the Fords, the Rockefellers. They didn't just earn money. They built platforms. They built systems. They built legacies. Their children didn't start from zero. They started from 100, and then they built further. That's compounding across generations. Now contrast that with families who only rely on jobs. The father works 30 years. He retires. He leaves behind savings. The child starts from zero, works 30 years, retires, leaves behind savings. The grandchild starts from zero. Each generation repeats. That is the survival cycle. Breaking out of that cycle requires courage. It requires vision. It requires ownership. It requires building something that can be transferred. A job is linear. You earn, you spend, you save. A business is exponential. You build, you scale, you compound. A job is dependent. You rely on an employer. A business is independent. You rely on systems. A job is fragile. It ends with you. A business is durable. It lives beyond you. This is not to say jobs are useless. Jobs teach discipline. Jobs teach skills. Jobs give you capital. But jobs are stepping stones, not destinations. The destination is ownership. The destination is legacy. Think about your own life. Do you want your children to inherit only savings? Or do you want them to inherit systems? Do you want them to start from zero? Or do you want them to start from 100? Imagine a small shop. It earns 10 lakh rupees a year. You run it for 30 years. You earn 3 crore rupees. You retire. Your child inherits the shop. It keeps earning 10 lakh a year. For them, it's not just inheritance. It's continuity. Now imagine scaling that shop into a chain. Imagine building brand equity. Imagine franchising. Suddenly, your child inherits not just a shop, but a system. That is legacy. Legacy is not about money. It's about continuity. It's about compounding. It's about platforms. Money can be spent. Legacy compounds. So how do you build legacy? Start small. Build systems. Document processes. Create brand equity. Build customer loyalty. Automate where possible. Delegate where necessary. Scale when ready. And most importantly, think long-term. Legacy is built over decades. It's not built overnight. But once built, it lasts for generations. Think about your own family. Think about your children. Think about your grandchildren. Do you want them to start from scratch? Or do you want them to inherit platforms? This is the choice. Jobs end with you. Businesses live beyond you. Do not work a job. Start your own thing. A job cannot be transferred to your progenies. Your children will have to start from scratch. But if you have a business, you can transfer it to the next generation. That's not just advice. That's a roadmap. A roadmap to freedom, a roadmap to wealth, a roadmap to legacy. So what will you build?